Conservative slam photo of Antony Blinken, President Xi. Emasculated. Conservatives are ripping United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken after a picture of him with Chinese President Xi Jinping surfaced on Twitter depicted him as emasculated. Blinken is the first top U.S. diplomat to visit China in 5 years, amid frosty U.S. China relations. A February trip was postponed following the diplomatic tumult sparked by what the U.S. said was a Chinese spy balloon flying over American airspace. China's designs on Taiwan and accusations of human rights abuses are also responsible for much of the coolness in the relationship, while American fears that China may challenge its technological or trade interests have also played a role. Upon his arrival in China, Blinken received a muted welcome, as photos and videos showed there was no red carpet to welcome him, and only a small number of officials had gathered at the airport. As pictures of Blinken's trip emerged on social media, conservative commentator and former communications advisor to Republican Senator Ted Cruz, Steve Guest, slammed Blinken for his handshake with Xi, saying, "Picture is worth 1,000 words." Instead of projecting strength, Blinken looks emasculated. Republican strategist Arthur Schwartz also tweeted his thoughts on the picture, saying, "Yikes." Body language. Far-right political activist and commenter Pamela Geller tweeted her thoughts on the picture, saying, "Secretary of State Blinken in Beijing, we do not support Taiwan independence. Owned and paid for by the CCP." The body language in this photo says it all. New nickname: Bend Over Blinken. Vikas Yadav, Associate Professor of International Relations at Hobart and William Smith Colleges, noted the significance of Blinken's body language, saying, "Xi's body language in that handshake with Blinken is familiar yet telling. China doesn't acknowledge how much it has been weakened economically and politically in recent months." Meanwhile, geopolitical strategist Valina Chakarova called Xi and Blinken's handshake a light in the tunnel. The Blinken-Xi Jinping handshake happened against the background of historic low of the U.S. China relations. Blinken's visit and meetings with top-ranking officials in China is certainly a light in the tunnel. Blinken himself posted the picture on Monday, saying, "Had a candid, substantive, and constructive conversation with People's Republic of China President Xi Jinping in Beijing today. We discussed a range of important issues, including the need to manage our relationship responsibly." After his meeting with Xi, Blinken spoke to media and said that he raised concerns about China's provocative actions in the Taiwan Strait and that the U.S. did not support Taiwan independence. In a press release on Monday, U.S. Department of State spokesperson Matthew Miller said, "The Secretary underscored the importance of maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait and reiterated there has been no change to the U.S. on China policy, based on the Taiwan Relations Act, the 3 joint communiques, and the 6 assurances." Blinken also reiterated China's assurance not to send lethal aid to Russia to use in the Ukraine war, adding his ongoing concerns that Chinese companies may be providing technology to the Kremlin that could be used against key forces. While speaking with NBC, Blinken summarized his trip as an important start in stabilizing U.S.-China relations and that the spy balloon chapter should be closed. Newsweek has reached out to a China relations expert and the U.S. State Department via email for comment.